Morning, guys. It's early here in Colorado. I hope you're doing really well today. It's cloudy out here. Um, Good morning. It's Saturday. My daughter's asleep. I wanted to talk to you about who you want to be 10 years from now and who I want to be 10 years from now and give you some examples out of my journal that I was journaling in this morning, and I just felt the need to talk to you guys about it. Um, it says, I want to own my cottage on Cuca Lake. And then it says mid May to mid August. So, some background there. Cuca Lake is in the Finger Lakes of New York, and my family owned a cottage there up until the time I was 14 years old. And they had to let it go, and I was totally devastated. All my childhood memories, all my safe space, the place I could go where nothing was ever wrong, was gone. And so I basically have made a vow to get that cottage back, that exact cottage. Um, so that's part of my who I want to be 10 years from now. And I want to live there in the summer. Basically, when my child is not in school, I want to live there. So in our case, that's mid May to mid August. Um, and the next thing says, I want to own a house in Golden for the rest of the year while Andaline's in school. So Golden is here in Colorado. We lived there for a couple of years in a very, very small apartment because it's very expensive there. But it's so gorgeous. It's beautiful. There's mountains, there's rivers, there's beer breweries, there's little shops, and it's just a really nice place to live. It's just a really nice place to live. And we couldn't stay because it was so expensive, and houses cost like $600,000 there. Um, so that's part of the 10-year plan, is to have the house in Golden for while my daughter is in school. The schools are good too, thank God. And then the cottage on Cuca Lake for the summers. Um, the next thing here says, I want you guys to think about, like, use these as examples. So these are both things that I'm chasing after from the past, these good feelings that I want to get back. So maybe for you, it's a place or a house or a feeling that you're trying to get back. And here's the thing, not that you should be living in the past, but that um, if you know what feels good to you, you should try to replicate that always. I'm an artist and an art coach, and maybe I still sell real estate. Okay. I sell real estate right now on sort of a back burner type of deal. You know, I sell to my friends, I pick up a deal here or there. Um, and I can continue to do that at any point. I can get a license in New York, keep my license in Colorado, and if I want to, sell a nice piece of lakefront property while I'm there, why shouldn't I? And make some money while I'm doing it. How cool to be able to help people buy their awesome summer home. Like, that sounds fantastic to me. I love helping people with goals like that. That's fabulous. Um, I'm an artist. Okay, so more specifically, I was thinking more specifically about this. So, what does that mean for me? I want to be able to pick up like one really awesome summer show um, that might be like the biggest art festival in either the Finger Lakes or in Buffalo, which is where I'm from. Those are about 2 hours apart. Um, and really make it known that, like, I'll be there every year, no matter what. I know I make money at this show, so I definitely do this show. But it also means that I want to continue to work towards, showing in museums. Um, so I really only want to have maybe like 3 shows a year because, frankly, they're a lot of work. They're a lot of work. Um, and I had one year where I had like 12 or 13 shows, and it was just ridiculous. It was, you know, everything was sort of half-assed, and it was great. It was fun. This was before I was a mother, because there's no way. That's a lot of shows. You can't be having like 1 to 2 shows a month. That's nuts. Um, I had a lot of stamina when I was younger. Um, I was basically fueled on alcohol, coffee, and cigarettes at that time, so, very little sleep. Um, so, in any case, you know, who I want to be as an artist, that could be really, really journaled about for hours and hours and hours, but I just wanted it to be in there as an example for you. So really think about, sure you want to be an artist, but what kind of artist do you want to be? Um, I want to be an art coach. Okay, so again, what do I want that to look like 10 years from now? Um, maybe I'm still coaching people who are just at the beginning of their career. Maybe I'm also coaching people who have already had museum shows and they're just stuck on something in their head, or they're trying to get all the way to, the Met, or whatever whatever goal it is they're trying to seek. But really, really sort of high level artists. Um, so these are the types of things that you need to continue to think about. Who are you 10 years from now? It says, I have the same Bayliner boat that I had when I was a kid, and we use it every day. So, along with a lake house, you need a boat, right? Can't have no boat if you have a lake. So, and I want that to be the same boat that my grandpa had. And I can find it, I've seen it, I know exactly what it is, and I will buy it, and I will use it, and I will love it. Um, Little details like that are important when you're journaling this kind of stuff out. We have friends and family visit us on the weekends at the cottage, and some weekends we go stay with them. So I'm really getting deep into the details of, okay, who's around me? I have my family here in this house, in this lake house in the summer, but I'm 2 hours from my family instead of 1,500 miles, which is 2 days. So, we got to work all week. Everybody's got to work all week. But on the weekends, I get to finally, again, spend time with my friends and family. And they can come hang out at my awesome lake house, and we can go out on the boat, and we can do amazing things. But I can also go and be with them in Buffalo on a more regular basis. And I can see my grandparents that are elderly and things like that. 10 years from now, maybe they'll still be popping. Who knows? Matt, who's my husband, it says Matt has brewing equipment at both houses, so he can tinker with his recipes, but he owns a brewery in Golden or nearby. Okay, my husband is very, very interested and very good at brewing beer. He loves beer. And he started brewing beer just over 6 months ago, and it's really sort of lit a fire in him, and I'm super happy because he's always had like this terrible job that he frankly doesn't love at all, doesn't even like. He works too much. He works too many hours. He drives to work at 3:30 in the morning. He doesn't get home until 7 at night. It's pretty terrible. So for me, for what I envision my husband doing 10 years from now, is not that. So yeah, he owns his own brewery in Golden in Colorado, and then he is far enough along in the business that he can leave it for 3 months every summer, leave somebody else in charge, and go be somewhere else. But of course, naturally, he has his brewery where, it's basically a it's a beer factory. And he has his little beer brewing equipment at the house in Golden, at our regular house. So he can tinker with his little recipes before he takes it into, a larger batch type scenario. And then he also has his brewing equipment with us at Cuca Lake in New York so that he can continue to tinker in his spare time. Um, I mean, how fun is that? Like, these are the types of things that I envision for our life. So you have to take that and extrapolate it to you. What are those awesome, awesome, awesome things that you want to do that you thought were never possible, that you could never have that kind of life? Because guess what? We are trying to get you there. And we're not even trying, we're going to get you there. We are going to get you there. We rent out our Golden home when we are not there. So my house isn't just sitting for 3 months. I need somebody there. I need somebody to take care of it. I need somebody to make sure it's not getting broken into and those kinds of things. So why don't I just rent it out? I can make some money. Somebody can live in an awesome place. And yeah, absolutely. So I'm utilizing everything that's available to me to make money, instead of just sitting on something. Um, we pay people to clean our houses, both houses. I hate cleaning, okay? I hate cleaning. It bothers me. Um, if I didn't have to worry about cleaning my house, my head would be a lot better off. And when you really think about like what it costs to have somebody come into your house once a month or once a week, it might cost you $100 a month to have them come in once and do like a deep clean. I could manage the rest, honestly. But with a kid and a dog and a husband that's gone a lot, it's a lot for me to take care of. It really is. And I hate it and I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm just going to pay somebody to do it. Um, we eat great, healthy food, and we exercise. Okay. I have a goal. I need to lose about 10 pounds. Great. That's where I am right now. 10 years from now, I don't still want to have these 10 pounds on because it's probably going to compound. By then, it's probably going to be 20 pounds or 30 pounds. That's no good. So I have to fix that for myself. Guys, all of this stuff that's 10 years from now, you have to work on it today. Okay? You can't work on it 10 years from now. You have to work on it today. Okay? So today I have to get some exercise, and today I have to eat healthy, because otherwise none of this is going to work. 10 years from now is just going to be 10 times worse than whatever is bothering me today. So part of this exercise is realizing that everything you're writing down, you have to start implementing now. How are you going to get there now? Andeline, my daughter, has her summer friends and her school year friends. That's just sort of a circumstance of having those two houses. There's not really a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about it, but there kind of is, because I need to make sure that she's not just hanging out by herself all summer. I need to get her involved in, a day camp or some other youth sports program in New York. Um, you know, Whatever it might be, dance class, something she can be involved in so that she can make friends out of state. Okay? Because I don't want her to just be alone all summer. That wouldn't be fun. So I have to facilitate that. Okay? She's young enough, she can't facilitate it for herself. I have to do that. I outsource all of my paperwork, my redundant social media, and my real estate stuff. Okay. I haven't really talked about this with you guys yet, but we're going to get there, okay? once the money really gets to a good point, um, in order to gain your time back, which then makes it so that you can do more of your art and the things that you love and the things that you really need to do to be you, you have to outsource. Okay, like I said, cleaning, outsource it. Childcare, outsource it. Paperwork, outsource it. Okay, you've seen how sorry, there's some sirens going off out here. Somebody must have got hurt. There we go. Um, so you're, if you're posting multiple times on social media per day, pay somebody to do that. Write it once, send it to them, pay them to post it everywhere. Get yourself a virtual assistant. And again, this is down the line a little bit. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. Who's here? Say hi. Oh boy. So, outsourcing is an extremely good way for you to let go of all that stuff that has to get done and just make sure that you are focusing on being the best you possible, the best artist possible, the best, partner possible, the best mother, father, whatever it is, the best sister, brother, whatever's important to you. Let's get more of that by outsourcing all those things that we don't love or that we're not that good at anyway. Those things are important. Everyone close to me feels fulfilled. Okay, how is that my responsibility? Well, it's great if I'm working towards making myself this super whole person, but what can I be doing to help the people around me to reach their full potential? Because life is not all about us being, this great version of ourselves and only working on ourselves. That seems pretty lonely. So, what can I be doing to help the people around me work towards their own version of themselves 10 years from now? That's all I wrote down. I reached the end of my list. But I want to tell you guys, there are things, look at this list that you made, and go back please and see the beginning of the video. I went through a whole big long list of stuff. What do you need to do today and every day to reach this goal of who you are 10 years from now, this 10 years from now better version of yourself? And guess what? Maybe it doesn't have to take 10 years. I bet if I really tried and put my mind to it, I could probably get most of this done in 5 to 7 years. Okay? I'm about to turn 34 years old next month. I don't want to be 44 before a bunch of this stuff happens. But if I was 38, 40, if I could get all this done before the time I was 40, ooh, man, that would feel good. You know what? That's the new goal. All of this by the time I'm 40. That's my new goal. So, I implore you, please do this journaling exercise. Please really lean into the process of learning who you want to be 10 years from now, 7 years from now, 5 years from now. If you open yourself up to receiving these types of good things from the universe, I bet you could accomplish a lot of your goals a lot faster than you think you could. So, that's what I've got for today, guys. I hope everybody's having an okay time. I know the world is really, really crazy right now. Now more than ever, please make sure you're journaling. whatever you're feeling, you know, obviously we're still going through COVID, and now we're going through the largest human rights movement that the world has ever seen. There's a lot of crazy feelings flying around for everyone. Um, so please make sure that you're taking care of yourself and the people around you, and try to get enough sleep, take your vitamin D, do all those self care things that we know help us in not only times of peace but times of crisis as well. Don't let those fall to the wayside, because it'll just compound the bad feelings. So please take care of yourself. Love you. See ya.